What would you say are your greatest strengths and your greatest weaknesses as an entrepreneur?
One of the hardest things as an entrepreneur to recognize is your weaknesses, I think. A lot of times you don't give yourself enough credit for your strengths. You're always like, and you don't want to admit you have weaknesses. So I try to do everything and I realize that I can't. There are weaknesses I have. One of them, to be really honest with myself, sometimes I have a hard time, and I've addressed this, like I'll have a hard time speaking with men because I have a stigma in my head that they're trying to take advantage of me for whatever the reason. And I've actually improved over the years in my communications with men because I recognize that this probably comes from someplace deep within me that I have to resolve, and I have for the most part. But I recognize that, I took the feedback from certain people around me that, okay, you always seem to get into these confrontations when you're dealing with somebody who's like a loud-mouthed guy. It's very hard for me to deal with. Not men, I'm talking about like a know-it-all, So I figured out different techniques and tactics to be able to talk to a person like this without getting upset and actually looking them at it. It's almost like comical to me now. And I could laugh at it, but before it would just push my buttons, and I would find myself just getting so enraged and making stupid mistakes, therefore saying dumb things or storming out or whatever. So that's a weakness I have. I'm also great with ideas, but sometimes it's hard for me to, the organizational stuff, like the paying of the bills, the organizing spreadsheets, calling parents and getting release forms signed. I just can't, it's very difficult for me. I've tried to do and I can do it, but it's something that I don't enjoy at all and I'm not good at and I don't have the mind for. So now I just get somebody else to do that if I can, Somebody else does that, and I just say hi to people and welcome everybody. I'm better at communicating. I'm better at meeting people one-on-one, talking to parents, meeting the kids, or when it comes to camps, or just meeting people in general. And I'm more of a social person than I am. I'd say I'm a creative person too, and I'm an ambitious person. But when it comes to little things like bills and spreadsheets and stuff, I have to get somebody else to do that. I just have to. So